Hey everyone, welcome back. This week I'm going to show you the Geode nail trend that's going around. So I did it a little different. I did it across all of my nails so it looked like one big geode, but I wanted to show you just on some tips here too. You can do it just on one nail as well. And it's really fun with chunky glitters, and especially like the holographic chunky ones, as it gives some really cool dimensions. So I have my nails prepped with my bondage in first and last, and you're doing a nice thin and even prep again with this, so no etching your smile line. You can just do it with one color, which is what I did on all of the tips over here, but on myself, in real life, the geodes have like a lighter ring around them, so I'm gonna do these ones with the lighter ring so you can see this technique. So all I'm doing is I'm picking up some of my glitter. This one is Monet and Tiffie from Art Glitter. And I'm just gonna place this in really rough patches, mostly just focusing on where those chunks are going on the outsides, because I am gonna put that dark color on the inside. So this is the outside of my geode. And just pushing the glitter around, and since this is going to be the end of my geode, I kind of want this one to come to more like of a point almost and get wider on the other side, because since this one's going across all my nails, I sort of want to plan out where it's going to line up with the next one. Same thing, just pushing it around. You want this first layer to be nice and thin and a bit wider than what you want your geode to be, because again, this is the outside edge. You don't need to do anything perfect, because this is something found in nature, and nothing in nature is perfect or symmetrical. So it's actually better if it's not perfect. And then again, on the pinky, you want this one to kind of come to a point, because this is going to be the end of your geode. Okay, and that's just going to get a quick cure. And then I'm going to take my darker color. Now this one is Ponderosa with Magic from Art Glitter again. I like to mix my own chunky glitters. I don't really find that Light Elegance has a ton of really nice, super chunky glitters. So whenever I'm doing something with chunky, I do my own. Now I'm just filling in the middle, and you don't want to go all the way to the edges, as you do want that light color to really show. But again, just in a kind of abstract shape, pushing that glitter around. Now, I've mixed my glitters with Flexure. You can mix your glitters with whatever you like, any of the clear gels. It is really personal preference with how much you use and which one you use. If you like a bit of a thicker glitter, then you can try with more Build. If you like a thinner glitter, then Flex. You can make a combination of any of the clears. And there is no precise answer as to a ratio. I'm usually about half and half, but it's going to depend on the temperature of your salon and what you like to work with. Just as long as they aren't crumbly, you'll be okay. If they're crumbly, they're not going to cure. And then once you're happy with that, that's going to get a full 2-minute cure. And after that full 2-minute cure is done, you're going to apply your Flex or whatever building gel you like you normally would, and then your filing and finish filing like you normally would as well. Alright, so I've done all of my filing. I'm going to give that a quick cleanse with some Afterwipe. And now I want to be able to see where my lighter color is really easily. So I'm actually just going to apply a quick coat of Super Shiny. It doesn't have to be a very precise application, because it's really just so that you can see what you're doing in this next step. So I don't really worry too much about getting it all the way to the cuticle or anything. And I'm gonna give that a minute cure. Okay, so now the fun part. I'm gonna take Ride the Rails, and I'm just gonna paint this around the glitter here. So this is starting where my border's gonna be. Now I've done the glitter underneath so that you get a bit of that dimension like a geode really has, where the glitter is inset into the stone. You can do it all on top or all underneath if you like. So I'm just painting this on. This is the detail brush from Uber Chic. My glitter really loosely outlined, and that's gonna get a quick cure, about 30 seconds. All right, and now I'm going to take Snow Cave, which is this really pretty gray with an iridescent shimmer in it, and the black art from Light Elegance. And taking my detail brush again, I'm gonna start with the black, and you don't want to take too much, just enough. And we're just going to run a bit of a line around the cuticle area and then run a bit along the tip as well. And now I'm gonna come in with the Snow Cave, and I'm gonna brush it back and forth along the black and blend those two colors together, creating sort of an ombre effect. And then taking the Snow Cave and running it around my glitter again and blending it into my blackened Snow Cave kind of ombre I have going on here. And I find too sometimes it's helpful if I have some after wipe in a little dampened dish, and I put this separate because I don't want to be dipping my brush that has gel all over it into my after wipe that I'm using on my nail wipes for my clients, as you can give your nails or your clients contact dermatitis that way. So we're just gonna dip our brush in there a little bit, and then I find it breaks up the color a little. It sort of makes it blend together a little bit nicer. I'm just continuing that around the rest of my nail, getting that Snow Cave up close to all my little glitter chunks. And then I like to take just a little bit more black and just line just the cuticle area really nice and thin. And then since this is the edge of my geode, I'm going to go down this side of my nail as well. And then just a little bit across the tip as well. Just gives it a little bit extra dimension. I'm just gonna give that a quick flash cure so don't smudge it or anything. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the rest of my nails. Okay, so now that I have them all done, I'm going to go in with some white and I'm going to detail around the edge. So for this, I like to pick up a bit of white and just kind of wiggle it around the edge of the glitter. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect or precise. And then I like to take a little bit of the Snow Cave and just drag it through that white to kind of break it up and blend it in a little bit. And give that a quick cure. Just needs about a 10-second flash cure. And then I'm going to take a little bit of black on my brush, and I'm just going to actually dip it right into my after wipe. And then I'm going to just dab it onto a nail wipe, just a little tiny bit so it's not totally soaked with after wipe. And then just around the outside of that white, I'm going to draw a nice thin black line. Now I dip it in the after wipe to kind of dilute it a little bit because I don't want it to be like a stark black. I just want it to be a little bit of an outline. And if you find that it's a little bit too dark, you can dip your brush in the after wipe again. Just come in and gently wipe it over the black, and it'll help to spread it out and disperse it a little bit so it's not so intense. All right, and I'm gonna give that a quick 5-second cure just so I don't smoosh it, and I'm going to do that for the rest of my nails. All right, now that I have all of them done, that's going to get a full 2-minute cure, and then I'm going to put some super shiny on top to finish it off. All right, and there it is. I'm going to give those a quick wipe with some after wipe and finish it off with some oil. The Light Elegance Cuticle Oil is still my favorite. It's jojoba, tea tree, and lavender and basil oil. It's really nice, super hydrating. And there you have it. The Geode nails, a little different take on it, going across the entire nail rather than just on one nail. It's this exact same technique if you're doing it on one, you just do it vertically rather than horizontally, but there it is. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below. And as always, you can email me with suggestions. My email is tessa@nailbasics.ca.